Hey everybody, it's Dan Avington here with another check-in. Today I've got PA announcer Tim Lipan on the other end. Tim, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. So let's talk a little bit about the upcoming Clippers season. You're a pretty big integral part of the Clippers fan experience. What exactly does your job consist of?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm a legend in my own mind. Um, well, as the PA announcer, my job is to um, number one, um, introduce the baseball players as they come and do some opening ceremonies and introduce them as they come up to bat and kind of not play by play. That's your job. But to keep the fans in the stadium aware of what's going on and hopefully engaged. And I think that's what sets us apart from a lot of other um, baseball things. It's more like minor league baseball where you can kind of get a little bit more irreverent.
Mhm.
I call high school baseball games, and I can't do anything at a high school game that I will do at a Clipper game. And so part of it is just to try to keep the crowd engaged. Sometimes, a baseball game can be a little slow. Um, and so we do our best to make the fan experience exceptional. And we do that not only with some of the things I call, but also games in between innings that most people are familiar with. But also, we try to use music to our advantage during the game. And frankly, anything else I can think of that might keep the crowd engaged and having a great time. And we know we put great baseball on the field, but sometimes you got to add a little spice to it. And I think that's my job. So
What would you say your favorite part of working for the Clippers organization is?
I think it's game day. There's a lot of work all year round that goes into making the Clippers happen. There's a lot of great people and volunteers who groom the field and recruit the team and all that kind of stuff. I do a little bit of the marketing and public relations, trying to tell the world that the Clippers exist and that you ought to come to a game.
Mhm.
And then game day, we're trying to, um, like I said, engage the fans, but also be true to the players, uh, be true to the game, and still have fun. I can tell you a little story when the Golkowskis, who own the team,
Mhm.
came to me early on and said, "Well, we're going to have this summer collegiate baseball team, and we know you announce other sports, mainly high school. Would you be willing to join us?" And I said, "Sure. Tell me a little bit about it." And one of the things I realized is that it was going to be college players, that they were going to be serving adult beverages, that it was going to be more like minor league or professional baseball, and that they wanted somebody who could do a nice job. And at that point, I suggested, well, the fan experience is really one of the most important things. And of course, I was talking to baseball purists who think the most important thing is what happens on the field. And I don't disagree with that, but I think we can do whatever we can to make the fan experience great. And so I suggested a few ideas, and Pete especially said, "Okay, I like that." They said, "But you don't want to cross a line." I said, "Well, where's the line?" And they said, "We'll tell you when you cross it." And so the rest is history. And so we come to a game, we have a great time, we got great baseball on the field, and we have a little bit of fun during the game as well. So
Last year, the pandemic canceled the season. What was that cancellation like for you?
that's tough. That's it's an important thing for the Clippers and the organization financially and branding and everything. And when you have to just stop, it's tough for our fans. It's tough for our workers and our volunteers, and especially tough on the players who didn't get to participate. So, but this year, we're back. Looks like we're going to be able to pull it all off. We've recruited the team. It'll be part of my job to tell, like I said, tell the world that the Clippers are back. Let's come out to a ball game and enjoy it, and kind of do participate in some of the things we do, because we do a lot of crowd participation stuff, and I can tell you a little bit about that if you'd like.
I would love to hear it.
Yeah. Well, we have walk-up music for our players, so kind of like in the professional leagues, something you don't do in high school. And the players get to pick it. So they pick their walk-up music, and then I got to go find that music and try to find a clean version of the rap song that they want. You know how that is, right?
Yeah.
But we usually do. But one of the unique things we do at the Clipper game is we have a little music ditty called "If You're Happy and You Know It, Stop, Clap Your Hands." You ever heard of that?
Of course.
It's a child thing. Well, we pick one player each year, usually somebody with a good sense of humor, and we make that their walk-up song. Now, we don't tell anybody who it is until opening day. So you can imagine that one of our regular players is expecting his walk-up music, which could be almost anything. And suddenly he gets this song. But what happens is it's a great crowd engagement song. And everybody starts clapping their hands and stomping their feet. And it's funny. And when we keep it up all year. So when everyone knows when that player is up, that this is going to happen. And so it's a fun way to engage the crowd again, using music and the concept of the players' walk-up music. So
that element of surprise always adds a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been told that you're one of Muskegon's biggest advocates off of outside of the Clippers. Walk me through what's so special about this place and why you appreciate it so much.
Well, Muskegon is a great place. It's kind of a hidden jewel in the state of Michigan right now, and but it's changing, and it's more and more people are finding out about it. You have such a great place to live with, the lakes and the rivers and the beaches and all of that kind of stuff. But it's also a place with great people, friendly people, and hundreds of things to do, which is a challenge for the Clippers because we're summer baseball league and we're competing with festivals and events and beaches and all kinds of things. So, but that's okay. We'd love to attract more tourists who are coming to town for something else, maybe camping or going to the beach. But we offer one more alternative for folks who come here to enjoy those kind of things for another night out. And certainly our Clipper games are family friendly. They're fun to be at, reasonably priced. It's just one more great entertainment opportunity in Muskegon. I'm involved in a lot of other festivals and events and been doing that stuff for years. So it's real easy for me to slip into promoting Muskegon mode and the Muskegon Clippers.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about for this upcoming season?
Well, just to get back at baseball, get back and engaging the crowd and trying to come up with some new concepts here. We certainly do games between innings to try to engage the crowd, and that's always a fun thing. We invite little league teams to come to the games, and they can shag fly balls with players. They run out on the field during introductions and the national anthem. So we always have a national anthem singer, and if we can get a youth person to do it, it's great. And then we always pick some young person from the crowd who says the most iconic words in sports: play ball. And that's always fun too. And so it's those kind of things that I think help make it a great experience. Have they told you about our beer batter?
I've not heard about it, no.
Oh man, well, let me tell you. One of the things we do, and like I said, we were sometimes a little irreverent, but we don't cross the line. But I tend to be able to pick on our umpires a little bit from the PAA booth. I pick on our players, I pick on our coaches, and I pick on the other team. And one of the things we do on the other team is we have a beer batter. And so unbeknownst to the other team, at some point, we will pick one of their players who's coming up to bat to be, quote, our beer batter. And it goes something like this. Batting next for the Rangers is number 22, Jason Smith. And guess what, baseball fans? Jason's our beer batter today. If he strikes out, beer's $1 off the rest of the inning. The crowd goes wild.
Right.
And poor Jason, he's not sure what to think. But his teammates are rolling in their dugout because he's been selected as the beer batter. And so what happens is the crowd is hanging on every pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And every time there's a strike, the crowd roars. And if he strikes out, I play the beer barrel polka. Everyone knows in the stadium that it's time to go get your $1 off beer. Everybody has a great time. So it's just some of the kinds of things we do to keep it entertaining for the fans.
Right. Probably not a great way to make money, but it's entertaining.
It is entertaining, and they line up for that. So why not,
All right. Well, Tim, it was great to get to know you a little bit today and preview a bit of the season. I'm excited to hear your voice again in a few weeks and hear all these games, hear about the beer batter. I'm very excited for the summer and looking forward to working with you in a few weeks at Marsh Field.
When are you coming?
May 31st.
May 31st. All right. And you got a place to stay?
I do. Yeah. I'll be with Pete Gawkowski's family.
Okay. Couldn't be better. It's going to be fun.
Exactly.
Looking forward to meeting you and working with you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.